18 meeting is called to order. Everyone please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. But everyone please remain standing. We'd like to ask Reverend Williams, please come and give us a prayer.
Let us pray. Father God, we come no other way but from heart to heart, leaning on your everlasting love, realizing, Father, that as long as we keep our hands in your unchanging hands, everything is going to be all right. Bless the mayor and bless this council and bless the people within this city of Inkster. Father, we know with your help, this will be a blessed city. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Thank God.
Amen. Roll call.
Mayor Nolan.
Present.
Councilwoman Watley. Present. Councilman Oden.
Present.
Councilwoman Mitchell.
Present.
Councilwoman Howard has an excused absence. Mayor Pro Tem Williams.
Present.
And Councilman Chisholm.
Present.
We have 6 present tonight and 1 absent, and we do have a quorum.
Everybody had a chance to look at the agenda? Anything we need to add? We need to add that matter we discussed in closed session? No, we're good? Okay. All right. We have a motion to approve the agenda?
So move.
Support. Okay, been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes. Okay. Ms. Mary McClendon. You're moving up in the world, so you're first. Didn't forget about you.
Sounds good to me. Good evening, Mayor and Council, and to all the fine citizens of the City of Inkster. I'm Mary McClendon from the Office of Wayne County Commissioner Glenn Anderson, and it's always a pleasure to be in the fine city of Inkster. I just have a few things to tell you. I want you to know that the Commissioner is in the process of deliberating the 2018-19 county budget. And the Commissioner is a part of the Committee of Ways and Means Committee. And in that case, he'll be watching the deliberations of the budget. He'll make sure that all the due diligence has been provided as it relates to the budget, the entire county, as well as his district that he's responsible for. And it is hoped that there'll be some priorities to the roads. We're all hoping for that in the budget. That's right, let's give a clap on that one. We need some better roads. That's right, Middle Belt is really bad. It's in bad shape. Also, there's a kiosk for the Treasurer's Department, in case you don't know. In the area here, it's on Cherry Hill Road at 29611. It's a part of the Treasurer's kiosk. You can pay your taxes there. And it's at 29611 Road. You don't have to go all the way downtown. You can go there and pay your taxes electronically. And that location, in case you don't know what that is, that's the Castle, Dollar Castle there. That store is open from 9 until 9. So you don't have any excuses now. You don't have to go all the way downtown. You can go there, and you can thank the Commissioner for lobbying for a kiosk close to this area where his constituents can go and pay their taxes. Also, for your information, Eloise Hospital has been sold, in case you don't know that. That's a really old facility, and it will take millions of dollars just to tear it down. And I'm sure to abate it, I'm sure it's all kinds of things in that building. It's just that old. But the good news about it is that it's going to be a mixed-use complex for low-income residents. There'll be residents for seniors. There'll be a housing also for families that are low income. So that's just a new development to the area that everybody will be able to benefit from. It's in a good location. Almost everything that they need is right there. They can go over to Kroger's, they could go to wash their clothes, do anything that they want in their area without driving. And then if they don't have a car, Michigan Avenue is right there where they can get on the bus and go where they need to. So I'm all excited about that. We need low-income housing for people in this area, and I just think it's a great situation. I hope it will work very, very well for all the residents in this area. Also, I want to remind everybody that October the 6th is the last day to register, okay, for this up-and-coming general election. Please pass the word. We have new teenagers that are becoming of age to vote. Please tell them to register. If they are not registered by that date, they will not be able to vote in this up-and-coming general election. And we all know that this is a very, very important election that will set the tone for this state for many years. So please ask them to get their souls out to the polls and vote. And the one last thing that I have, the coffee hours for the commissioner, the first one that's coming up is September the 10th, and it's at Western Wayne Healthcare, okay? And that's from 12 until 1 o'clock, and that's at 2700 Hamlin Boulevard. And that's all that I have for you today. And again, it's a pleasure to be here. And thank you, Mayor. You're so kind to bring me up first. You didn't forget me this time.
No, I didn't forget you.
Thank you.
Thank you. State Representative Joel Jones.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Administration, citizens. Just want to say session is resumed tomorrow, so we'll be heading back to Lansing periodically throughout the week. So that's about to be happening. We're also, just to put on y'all's radar, towards the end of this month or early October, we'll be having our community appreciation and organizing party. So basically saying thanks to everyone who supported us thus far. So just thank you all for the continued support. But we're going to be getting together, making sure we get some of the candidates out that are the Democratic nominees for the November election. They're going to be coming out here, and some of the other candidates as well will be invited, just so we can see who all will be voting for in the November election. So that'll be coming up soon. But beyond that, you always know that you can feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns at 517-373-0849. We also have a new member on the team. She'll be here shortly. Y'all might recognize her. Y'all know Javion Johnson and Preston Peterson already, so this young lady's name is Deaja Ruffin. She's been coming around with Javion quite a lot, doing a lot of work on the campaign trail. So we have brought her on the team part-time. So she's going to be a familiar face for y'all to see and work with as well moving forward. So that's it. Happy Monday.
Thank you. It's Tuesday, though, but it's cool. We love you anyway. Yeah. All right, we have one presentation tonight. We have Jason Dixon from Solar. Come on up, Mr. Dixon.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, residents of Inkster. I come to bring you guys some good news. Looking at where Inkster is positioned in the state of Michigan, Inkster is 10 minutes away from a major airport. So we're looking at Inkster to be a technical hub for this next generation. We looked at an opportunity dealing with some manufacturers, looking at the way Inkster is set up with the community. It's small enough to do a project where 70% of the residents can be trained for solar energy. It's an opportunity where the city of Inkster will be able to get solar panels with no money out their pocket. The training is free, and we're also going to pass that savings over to the community. And I think that's one of the greatest things that we got out of the manufacturer, to be able to do that cost savings with the community. And at the same time, have the opportunity to bring a financier to the city of Inkster for those residents. So when you're looking at solar, if you look around Michigan, it's not a lot of homes that have solar, because no one's really bringing the opportunity to us where it's affordable. So when you look at a community, I say we need jobs. I say we need training for the next generation. So solar energy systems, they produce clean, low-cost, reliable solar energy available for homeowners, communities, businesses, and government. Government is the main party. If government gets on board with energy, that means we can control our costs. We can control our costs for our taxation and pass on to the community. The U.S. would like us to use more solar now because we're getting away from coal. If you look at River Roofs, they're closing the coal plant in 2022. So we have the opportunity to create additional jobs because they're not going to have the coal plant. So why not do that in Inkster? We'll go back again. If you look at solar projects, young people need jobs. Most of the time we do a solar project, it happens in the summertime. Thank you, sir. It happens in the summertime. So that gives us the opportunity to get more young people in the job market. If you're 16 years of age, some young men, they might not have that decision made yet to go to college. But you can do solar all over the world. So if a young person has the tenacity, the time, the energy to come to your community center, which we could do the training at the community center with the major manufacturer, train the people that is in this community, do the solar project on the city's properties, so they're trained. So it won't be a one-shot deal. We do the opportunity with the residents. Let them come to the community center, sign up for solar, get them financed. We have a bank that can finance them up to 20 years. So our average cost that I'm looking at is $60 a month for solar. If you look at putting solar on your home, your value increases automatically by 15%. So now you're raising the values in your community. That makes your community more attractive. You want your community to be attractive. You want your community to be attractive so you can have more opportunities and more people come into your city. So with the opportunity, with the partnering with the city to do their facilities in solar, we talked to the manufacturer. I got them to give us a fixed price for 2 years. And I'm sure if we get enough people signed up for solar energy for their homes, I'm sure we can extend that further from the 2 years. So we're looking at job creation. We're looking at new technology. We're looking at increasing property values. So we want you guys to really, look at this opportunity, because we have 10 cities that we're doing projects in to actually get people back to work. So we already had a discussion about the fiber optic training. So we got the Communication Workers of America to put Inkster in that training program for the fiber optics. So if you look at, if we do fiber optics training and we also do the solar training, that means those people that come out of this community, they have dual training, they're more valuable. So we have to look at the opportunities of creating employment for the next generation. If you look at solar, it's a renewable energy. So once you pay for it, it's paid for, you're done. So we did our first solar project on Livernois in 2010. So this is one of the bills. I'm sure you guys can't really see this, but it says -800, and some of the city councils have seen this bill before and seen some other bills. So this is a 4,000 square foot building, and it doesn't have a light bill anymore. So the average light bill on a building that size is about $560. So if you think about that, $560 savings from 2010 until now, that's about close to $50,000. So if we look, can we get a hand clap for that? 2010. You got to remember, in 2010 we was in a recession, right? Okay, so then we turned around and went to several of the businesses on Livernois, and we actually did 780 kilowatts worth of energy. At the time, that's $1.2 million worth of solar projects that we did on a major thoroughfare in the city of Detroit. Can we get a hand clap? So during the time that we was in a recession, we thought about ways to make sure those values of those buildings increase instead of decreasing. Can you get a hand clap? So you really got to thank your president. You got to thank the President Obama for that time, because in 2008 he changed the energy policy where we're pushing more renewables. But for some reason, it's a lot of people that didn't get that memo, and we didn't create the jobs that we had the ability to create, because people said that solar was too expensive. So now we have it where we have these relationships. Since we've been doing solar since 2010, we have a relationship with a manufacturer that says, hey, you know what, you guys can use our finance arm. As long as your municipality is tied into it as an anchor for that community, we can do that training. We're committed to the 2 years to keep the fixed price and hire the people in the community. So thank you for your time. Have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
With regards to, 'cause I know, I guess it was an older way that they had it. I'm assuming the process has changed. When residents opt into the program, you're saying they're completely pulled off of the current electric grid with DTE or Consumers Energy, or how does that work?
So in the state of Michigan, you can never be put off the grid. That's illegal. Okay. So you'll still be on. So let's look at this. Your peak hours, you know how they tell you when you talk to DT, they say do your wash your clothes in the evening because energy is cheaper. Between 2 p.m. and 7 p.m., that's called peak hours. So you're paying your highest rate of energy at that time. So when you have solar, the sun is still out. So if you have a 7 kilowatt system, 9 times out of 10, you're using 5 to 6 kilowatts at that time in your home. So now you're not paying anything for electricity. So now you don't have that bill. So if you're using your electricity in the evening, it's already cheaper. So you're saving, it's usually a 60% savings. But you're always connected to DTE. Because what if you have one of those days, which we have had some days when it snows a whole lot. You got to get a couple, 3-4 inches, right? You got 3 or 4 inches of snow on your house. It takes some time for that snow to melt. DTE still is connected, so you still have your safety. You still have a safety net, right? You don't ever want to be just say I got solar, and you don't have a backup.
Thank you.
Because things do happen. Now they did that up until 2016. They was buying electricity for 11 cents a kilowatt, but they did, and they only did that as a study. So we got into that program. That's where they give us credits, right? So you can have batteries. You can have a battery system for yourself. So you can collect the energy in the daytime, because a lot of people still, they're at work or whatever, and you can use a battery system in the evening. And that's a possibility. Now, I did not talk to the manufacturer about that. So the system, the battery backup system is about $12,000, right? But I didn't want to put that into the system, into talking to them until we got enough cities involved where I can make that $12,000, $6,000. So that's really how it works. The more they sell, and you're selling to communities, the cheaper the product gets. The labor cost is the same. So, and I want you guys to understand, if young people are involved in solar, they really can get a job pretty much anywhere in the country right now. I mean, because Connecticut is in double digits for energy right now. Ours is 13 cents. Theirs is like 22 cents. So right now, solar is really, they don't have enough solar installers in that area. So we really have to think about our young people. How do we get involved in, our young people get involved in industry that's going to be here for 20 years? And that's what we got to start, focusing on, and partnering with the government to help government out to reduce their costs, because with this program, government does not have to come out any capital costs, so it doesn't come out their capital budget. So all it is they just pay for the energy that they use. So it's a win-win situation when you do the partnerships with government, and your community is going to be involved. That reduces that increases the opportunities for solar manufacturers to come in your community.
How is the new tariffs that the President of the United States put on solar panels going to affect this industry?
It's going to affect the industry. But the tariff has not come out yet. So we're kind of ahead of the game. But We do have a relationship with the U.S. mounted with Solar World in California that's owned by Elon Musk. So in our case, that's not going to be a problem. But we don't want to wait to really and truly, when it comes to manufacturing right now, you don't want to wait till the tariff cost comes. Because if I'm Solar World, and I know everybody else got to go up on their prices, I'm going up too. But right now, if we get as many cities that we can in the kitty, we can say, well, we got a megawatt here, megawatt there, and our price is already fixed pretty much. Yes, sir.
Because I was approached by DTE about putting some solar on my house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, total cost at that particular point was $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at that point they told me at $5,000 I could start saving energy.
Yes, you can.
Okay, what you're talking about, this program you're talking about, is going to be a lot cheaper than that $5,000, or what?
I don't know what, I don't want to give you a price tag on that because I don't know the kilowatts that you use on a regular basis. I don't know the size of your home. But 9 times out of 10, we're going to be cheaper than DTE. Remember, smaller companies don't have legacy costs. DTE has legacy costs for everything. So, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. So you can do a heat. It's called a heat pump. So the solar panels do the same thing. You'll have a heat pump that can go in your house, but that's an added cost. But it works that way too. So now you have everything. Instead of you having a gas water heater, you have a heat pump and an electric water heater, and it pumps the heat the same way. But it's cheaper. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything can be converted. Everything can be converted to electricity. But those prices go up. Yes, sir. Over time, yes. Yes. Over time. And for city council, I'm going to email you a grid where you can put your actual energy cost in. And I got it up to a 20% cost savings over 20 years. So every month you're going to be saving 20% on your energy bill. That goes back into the general fund, I would assume. All right. One more question? It depends. So that's a good question. Number one, it depends on how large your property is. But you have an immediate gratification. I'm going to give you an example. The wife says, let's buy a kitchen to make our value go up in our home, right? That value only goes up when somebody purchases your home, right? You get solar on your home, you have immediate gratification. Because first of all, you have a 5-year tax credit that you can pass over for 5 years, right? Got that, number one. Number two, you get your money back right away. So the next month, whatever your savings is from your solar, you get that in your pocket right away. So if your bill was $100 and you're saving $50, you get to keep your $50. Okay. The next thing, the value of the home, it rises right at that time. So it's a better investment than putting a new kitchen in your house. Right. So 8 years. 8 years. 8 years. So that's with not financing it, right? So it's some better options that we've got to be able to come into communities. Like, so we got banks that now will finance it for 20 years. And that's almost unheard of now. We're all set?
All right, well, thank you, man. I
right,
appreciate
thank
your
you.
presentation. Council, we'll take this back up at a later meeting. We have nothing on the agenda today.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have no public hearings today. Consent agenda.
Make a motion we accept the consent agenda as presented.
Support?
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes. Boards and commissions? Anything?
Mr. Chair, I'm looking here, I'm not sure if we did this or not. From the Beautification Committee, Mr. Abe Henderson, did we be appointing him?
Yes, we
Okay,
did.
it just needs to be updated here then.
Any nominations? Anybody we need to vote on? Okay, we'll move forward. New business.
Consider approval with the recently adopted intergovernmental agreement with Wayne County. The administration is requesting approval for the construction of a sidewalk on Inkster Road from South River Park Drive to Colonial Drive, and to accept the lowest bid for this project, GM and Sons, Inc. The total amount of the proposed project is $49,210. Per the intergovernmental agreement, the city is responsible for 50% of the cost, which would mean the city's portion is 50% of the cost in the amount of $24,605. Funding for this project is from Act 51 Major Roads budget.
So move.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
Consideration and approval of authorizing administration to approve the contract with Professional Tree Service of Michigan LLC for tree trimming and stump removal for a 3-year contract with an option of a 2-year extension.
So moved.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
Consider approval of an offer to purchase one vacant residential lot, which is located on the east side of Moore Ave between Carlisle and Andover, and is legally described as duly noted in the total amount of $250 to Eddie Jordan.
So moved.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
Consider approval of an offer to purchase one mixed-use vacant lot, which is located on the west side of Inkster between Northwood and Colonial Drive, as duly noted, in the amount of $1,750 to John Clark.
So moved.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
Consider approval of an offer to purchase two vacant residential lots, which are located on the east side of Harrison Ave between Pine and Andover, as legally described, in the amount of $250 per lot to Brandon Thomas.
So moved.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
Consider approval of an offer to purchase one residential parcel located on the south side of Oakwood Ave between Central Ave and Eastern Street as legally described, in the total amount of $250 to Kevin Pollins.
So moved.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
Consider approval of an offer to purchase one residential parcel located on the west side of Ash between Pine Street and Annapolis Street, as legally described, in the total amount of $500 to Stacy Bruner.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Support.
Properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Consideration and approval to purchase one unmarked police investigative vehicle in the amount of $10,640, utilizing drug forfeiture funds.
So moved.
Support. It's a secret. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes. All right. Quick. Public participation. Ms. Mabel Stroman.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. On behalf of the Inkster Community Foundation, I would like to invite, at a cost of $30, to the wine and dine evening event to be held at the Inkster Recreation Complex on Saturday, October 8th. We hope that you would be willing to September, I'm in October already, September 8th. And we hope that you will be able to attend. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Rhea Maddox.
Oh, I have tickets.
We figured.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
City Council, resident of Inkster. Today, I didn't feel very good. My car wasn't running. My neighbors, Gwinnett Robinson and Shillette Robinson, were supposed to come with me, but they didn't. So I walked, because I have a message that you all need to know about. I don't know if you've heard about this RAP program.
Yes.
Okay. The office is located at the old Malcolm X. That's what I know it as. I went to Carver Elementary. It's called
Simmons Building.
okay. So, make a long story short, can everybody hear me or do you need this? To make a long story short, this RAP program is located in the city of Inkster, but city of Inkster residents don't qualify. And this is what it is: assistance with up to $1,000 per year for your water bills, roughly about $83.83 a month. Grant free, you don't have to pay for this. Okay? I went. Inkster resident was turned down, an older black gentleman before me. I was turned down for the $1,000 a month. But I was there with 3 other ladies. One lady from Redford came to Inkster office. One lady from Dearborn Heights came to Inkster office. And one lady from Dearborn, Inkster office. Now, when I asked why I didn't qualify for the $1,000 a month, I was told City Council turned it down. Okay. This gray hair is real. This part. Okay. I'm 64 years old. I could benefit from that. I don't know how many of you could. But what was most of all better for me was this. My plumbing in my kitchen. When I lived next door to Gwinnett's and Shillette's mother, Miss Inez Robinson, she and my mother lived next door to each other. I moved away to Houston, came back. My mother's house is 50 years old. The plumbing, over 50 years old. So when they came out to visit me, what they said is take this bucket of water. Maria was very nice. Put it under your leaky faucet. I only had one day. This filled up 5 times. Maria took the top of my faucet, the toilet off, replaced everything free. I told Maria, I'd read up on the plan. I'd done my homework. I knew that they would pay for a master plumber to come into your house to fix your leaky old pipes. Okay, I couldn't afford a master plumber, but this is free money. Cities all around us are coming to Inkster to get this done. So my question is this: why the City Council, first of all, voted down? Because the lady told me the reason I didn't qualify is because City Council voted this down. We could benefit. It's free money. Free money. Secondly, who's paying for this building? Who's paying for the water, the lights, the gas, snow removal, grass to be paid for all these residents around us to benefit, except us?
Miss
Third of
Maddox?
all,
Miss Maddox?
yes.
You have 3 minutes to speak, and
Okay.
your 3 minutes
The
are
last,
up.
last thing is,
Miss-
how can we benefit? Thank you. These are all the pipes. If anybody want to see it, you're welcome. Free.
Ms. Maddox, It's not true. Inkster City Council never voted to turn down the rap program.
Well, that's what I was told.
We're actually a member of the rap program.
Okay, but that's what I was told, and that's why I didn't qualify.
Do you have a name of the person who told you
I
that?
sure do. I have
We
it
would
home.
like
I'll
that,
bring it to
please.
you.
We would like that.
We'll follow
I
up
want
on
to know
that.
why we qualified for this $1,000 a month.
Because
That
we
would've
never
helped.
even voted on the rap.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, residents. Please check into it. If nothing else, you can get your problems on. You can get $25 a month. Thank you.
Thank you.
Free money.
Passing the erroneous
Post it on the website so other people can know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pastor Deshaun Wilkins.
Oh, it was the other crew. That figures.
Hello, Mr. Mayor, councilmen and women, Representative Jones, the citizens of Inkster. Thank you for allowing me to come before this august body. I am the Republican candidate for state senate. I wanted to come and show my face because the news media and everyone has already given Miss Betty Alexander the seat in Lansing, and she wasn't running for this seat. I'm here because I live in the city of Detroit. I've been there all of my life. I'm a pastor for 16 years in the city of Michigan, and just because I'm a Republican doesn't mean that I don't identify with our struggles. I will have a seat at the table. I will represent all of us. I've been a Democrat most of my life. All of my family are Democrat. Many of my church members are Democrats. Many of the members within the council that I serve as a district elder within the Northern District Council of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the World. Many of them are Democrats. I know how to work with folk. I won't have to kick down a door. I can sit at the table. I just wanted the citizens of Inkster to know that there is a choice. In my opinion, the Republicans have taken us for granted. I mean, have completely disregarded us, and the Democrats take us for granted. I'm a person that says we need to have choice. I'm for auto insurance reform, senior pension tax repeal, the tax foreclosure law needs to be redone, roads need to be fixed, auto insurance. I'm here. So I just wanted to make my face known. Again, I understand that 90% of you shut me off as soon as I say Republican. But I'm here. I was at the meetings debating with Mr. Kniezek very civilly, very nice guy. I was at all the community meetings. But there is an effort by some to keep the Republican out of some of the other meetings. But I'm there. I was in Redford Township. I was in Detroit meetings, Redford JC, the O'Hare Community Group, 7 Mile Evergreen. I'm at these meetings. I live in the city. My brother was shot down in the city. I sold drugs and hung in gangs in the 80s. I turned my life around. I understand what's going on. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm here. Again, I just wanted the citizens to know I'm available. Go to my website, DeshaunWilkins.com. You can learn all about me. Ask me questions. I'm here. Not afraid to talk to my people. So God bless you. Have a smile upon you.
Thank you. Gabe Henderson.
Hello, family. How's everybody doing today?
Good. Right.
First of all, I just want to, give thanks for all the prayers and, and well wishes, you gave me over the months, my problems I had, and okay, I just want to thank you for all the prayers and all that, you gave me over the months and all that. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, wait, they're falling apart.
We'll send you the bill.
Anyway, and I, want to thank for the support of our Inkster Goodfellow organization. We had our, fundraiser, fish dinner just recently. We got our upcoming in October. We're gonna have our, pancake breakfast, and look forward to that. To say something on that, I don't know exactly what date it is because I've been out of the loop of all the dates and things that we normally do in the Goodfellow. But I want to thank y'all. Like I said, we have a beautiful community at Inkster. We know when things do happen in our community, we try to pull together and do things, to help us along, make us feel good about, our city. People sometimes are so quick to, downplay or to even put salt in the wounds of a wounded, situations and communities and all that. But I think we try to help out, and I just wish everybody who can help us, in the near future to keep us going on the right direction. I think we got a wonderful council, strong mayor, and everybody that I see up here always been supportive of things need to be done in the city of Inkster. And I say we are blessed. We've always been poor folks. I was happy to talk to the HUD, new HUD director and all that, and give him a little, information about certain things and about it in the city of Inkster. And then, and I was telling him about Cardboard City. We're having a picnic coming up this Saturday, and that was, of course, I don't know if some of you guys know about Cardboard City, the old development that was done back in the 40s and 50s over there, where people live, giving them a place to stay. That when the bomber plant was going and different operations and the arsenal of democracy, all the things during World War II, how a lot of folks live in that area called Cardboard City and Carver Homes. I'm from Carver anyway, and I was just telling him about that. So we just keep on loving one another, helping one another, and I think we're going in the right directions. I just want to mainly give you thanks, and I love you. Like Hattie McDaniels always say, we always try to do our best and let God do the rest. And I thank y'all for letting me have a say. Rochelle, what pancake breakfast? What date? The 20th. Okay, coming up in October the 20th. Okay, and thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right. DLJ, Ruffin. Diaja? I was close. Trying to save me? Appreciate it.
Greetings, everyone.
Greetings.
I would just like to introduce myself. My name is Deidre Ruffin. I am a new member on the team of Representative Jones. I know I've met a lot of you all before, and we have interacted and done some work in the community, but I just look forward to doing more work. I'm here to put in work. I'm a God-fearing woman, just trying to do my servantly duties. I'm a recent graduate from Western Michigan University. I'm 24 years old, and yeah, I just want to introduce myself and say I'm glad to be here and glad to serve the community with you all.
Thank you.
Glad to have
You make me want to hit the gym.
you. With those machines. Hey, that's what you do.
Stay out the ring. Yeah, I better get on out the way, right?
She got one more thing. Add something else?
Sure.
I apologize. I am a little nervous, but I had fun today at the at Daily School with you all. We were with the Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and it was a great experience. So I just want to say thank you all for allowing me to be a part, even when I wasn't really a part. So just thank you all for that.
Well, we're glad you came.
Thank you.
Go to the weirdo colors.
All right. Madam Clerk,
No comments tonight, Mayor.
Treasurer,
No comments.
Councilman Chisholm.
Hello, everyone. Just touching base with everyone, letting you know that on August 16th, we did have a District 4 Citizens District Advisory Committee meeting. It was over at American International Academy. Good turnout. As always, if you have anything that you want to suggest, recommend, questions, concerns, just please feel free to give me a ring, as citizens did there about all types of different concerns that they had. The mayor was present because he is in my district, and that's all I have. Thank you all for being here.
Okay, Councilwoman Wiley.
Thank you, Mayor. I would just like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who came out and helped with the Pine Street cleanup. That would be the terrific Tony Butler and Tony Bailey, my daughter, Deandra Watley, and Mr. Mosley, David Mosley. He was the gentleman that came up here one day and said he cleaned Pine Street all the time. Right. And I stopped by his house. I handed out 60 of those cards that I have that say, "Come help us," and he showed up. So 1 out of 60 ain't bad, okay? And I'd just like to thank you all for all your help. As I told the the fire chief, we uncovered a fire hydrant while we were there, and he sent his people over to see if it was working and showed me a picture of the water coming out of it. So we did a good thing, okay? And I would just like to thank you again. There's some people you can always count on. I'd like to thank Jerome for the support, Bud for the support. They made sure the dumpster got out there. And Tony worked that backhoe like nobody's business. So we had a great time. And I just want to thank you. Every time something like that happens and you get help, you got to say thank you. So thank you. That's it.
You want to talk about the classic car show?
Oh, shoot. Y'all always want me to do that. Okay, here we go. On the 22nd of September, the city, along with F&R Auto, Frozen Moments, and 351 North will be having a classic car show. We call it the 2018 Inkster Carnival. And it's a classic car and motorcycle show. And we will have, we hope to have numerous cars up there for you to look at. We want the city to, residents to come out and support us. The police department is also one of the sponsors of this event. And if you have a classic car, come join us. Just fill out a registration slip. We'll have vendors, and we'll just have a good time. We'll have a good community time. That's going to be September the 22nd. That's a Saturday, from 3 to 7 p.m. On the corner of, you can tell I had this rehearsed. On the corner of Michigan Avenue and Inkster Road there at the shopping center. All the cars will be lined up there. And we plan to do this every year. In fact, we'd love to see something where, you know, Canton has one, Wayne has one. We'd like to see that happen all the way down till you get to Detroit. You know, each city participate in something of that nature. So you all come out and support us, make it a big event, help us make it an event that happens every year successfully. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mayor? Did I forget anything?
Oh, you got the Councilman O. You look good with that tablet, man. He's a techie now.
Thank you, Mayor. District 2 will be holding its next meeting for the district on the 20th of this month at the Recreation Complex, starting at 6 o'clock. I hope that all of you who are in the district and outside the district will come. We'll have quite a few items we want to cover and discuss that we feel like is going to be important to the city. Tony Bailey doing her usual thing. I was out with her a couple of weeks ago with the citywide cleanup, and she always does a great job. That was on the 25th of last month, and I just want to acknowledge her because she does a great job, and she's always there. She stays there until everything is over, and all the jobs have been dealt with and completed. I wanted to acknowledge her for that, and it's an ongoing thing all the time. I've been getting a few complaints about street repairs, particularly at Emerson and Longfellow. It's been bad for a long, long time, and I can understand why people within the area and in the district complained about it, because I had brought it up before, but I guess it's taken some time. I would really like to ask the question, what is happening with the streets in Inkster in general? Because going back a few months ago, I think someone from the state came and said they was going to start coming in and dealing with the roads and so forth, and there was some extra money and so forth. I've gotten different calls, and generally it's older individuals who are calling to ask about the streets, which I can understand. But I'm wondering where we are with that. I don't know if anybody can answer that question or say what's happening with it, but it's a real concern for the people within the community.
I don't know if you saw the news. The company that's fixing the roads right now just went out on strike.
Right.
So our Annapolis project is on hold. We did finish the Arcola project. We did finish that one, so we did get that one done. But the money, we haven't received the money yet that they were talking about. we're gonna get that, I think, in the spring. So it's a little delayed gratification on extra money.
So we got that much longer to wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. The other item that I have, I got a couple more items, but I don't know, I think we've been lucky here in the city of Inkster because of the way cars run red lights. They don't care. I mean, and they're doing it everywhere. They run. I mean, we lucky ain't no kid got hit or nothing like that. But we're lucky because it's happening all the time. And not only that, I noticed it with people who just they don't want to stop at stop sign. You know, and it's going on a regular basis. And we've really been lucky because nobody has been hit by a car or killed or whatever. But these are some things, and I know that we're shorthanded. I know it's going to take some time, but it's something we've got to do about that because we got older people in the community who gets out and move around as well, and they stand a chance of getting hit. So I just think that it's important that we sort of acknowledge that and sort of do what we can to try to help eliminate it. And I know it's a real job. I know we're shorthanded with our officers for who's doing a great job, but I think we need to focus in on that. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Mitchell.
Good evening. And to your point, I think it would be a good idea if you recognize that there is often traffic violations at a certain spot, that you inform the police department. For example, at Middle Belt and Parkwood, it's like, oh, there's no light here, so I'll just fly right on through. So I would just ask citizens, and down your streets too, because Magnolia Drive is like a freeway. And if you would just notify the police department as to these frequent violations of traffic law, maybe they can set up some surveillances there and make some money for the city with the tickets. So do that, good people. On to my announcements. District 6 Citizens meeting will be this Thursday at 6:00 p.m. at Twin Towers. We're coming together to discuss what's good, what progress we're making, any concerns that citizens may have, and as Mr. Oden said, you don't have to be in my district to come, just come to any of our meetings. We'd like to hear from our citizens firsthand. Next, the 4th year in a row, we'll be hosting our 5K run walk. This was begun by the Inkster Task Force, and we have for the last 2 years partnered with the Inkster Fire Department. It will be held on Saturday, October 6th at the golf course, Inkster Valley Golf Course. This year, we have added a kids run. And I want to let parents who might be listening know that there are now 10 scholarships available. First come, first serve. And also, we're going to have people who aren't going to be running or walking getting some hustle lessons. So it's our Healthy Living Day activity, and we just want everybody to come out. If you are an adult who wants to run, who wants to do the run or the walk, you go to www.hookandirons5k.com. And if you want to do the kids run, just check Eventbrite. It's out there, Inkster Task Force Kids Run. Grown Folks Block Party. Someone said it's about time you did something for the grown folk. So we're having a block party on October 19th in the parking lot at the rec center. And what we're going to do is, what we're going to do is invite people to come and enjoy themselves. We're going to have food trucks, hopefully, some vendors perhaps, and other things that we can do as grown folk. And our focus is going to be getting people to come together to talk about getting out to vote. We always register people to vote, but we don't pay attention to getting them out to vote. So what we're trying to do is make sure that people will get out and get excited about voting. As was said earlier, this is very, very a crucial time for voters to act, a very crucial time. And, it's going to be 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Now, I think I have to give Mr. Bivens a compliment. I put on See, Click, Fix. Helen Street at Center, I don't care when it rains, it's a flood. I saw the garbage man one day trying to not step in the water to get the cans up into the, So, yesterday, I drove by. Guess what? No water. I was surprised, so thank you, Mr. Bivens. I don't know what you did on behalf of my constituents. Yay! I'm telling you, Mr. Mayor, that Mr. Bivens did a wonderful thing for the citizens there at the corner of Center and Helen.
He was out there with a bucket.
I didn't see all that. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem.
What's that event on the 19th?
Block party.
How are we doing today? I have a couple of announcements. The 13th Congressional District Democratic Party is hosting a meeting this Saturday, September the 8th, at the Local Dodge Recreation Center at 10 a.m. Executive board members there will meet at 10, and the regular meeting for the regular members will meet at 11. All are invited. Also, District 1 advisory meeting will be held September the 11th, this next Tuesday at 6 p.m. here at City Hall. Inkster Citizens Who Care are hosting their luncheon October the 6th. It's to support Coach for Kids. Donation is $10. You can see myself, Ruth Williams, or anyone that's a part of the Inkster Citizens Who Care committee. Let me go here first. I've been giving out the number of the FAA on the airplane noise. I'm going to give you that number again. Those of you who didn't get that number the first time. The number is area code 734-942-3222. And the email address is noise@wcaa.uss. I'm sorry, .us. Citizens asked me a couple of questions about things going on in the city. One about the dog pound. When will the dog pound, when will it be open?
We're just talking about today. We're interviewing, the dog pound, the building?
Yeah.
We still have to do some renovations.
Okay. Now, as far as the professional training, question is, dog pound, the shelter with the training professional, will they pick up the animals and will the controller be euthanizing the animals after we have them for a certain length of time?
See, if you want to answer this.
After they get the animals, how long will they have these animals before they euthanize them, or will they be doing that?
Well, at the moment, we haven't crossed that boundary yet. Right now, because we don't have a building. Our biggest thing now is that we want to interview a person to be the animal control officer. We will still utilize what we have in Romulus for at least the next year or so, because we will need X amount of money to fix our facility.
Okay.
And once we do that, we will most likely look at what the other areas are doing and follow suit.
So now, and they also want to know if it's just for picking up dogs, or?
No, we most likely we'll follow suit with the other agencies and other city does. Then some will pick up the dogs, some will probably have to deal with other critters that may pop out. But the goal is to have an officer that's professionally trained for animal control. And
Okay.
if we need help, like we always do, we'll reach out to us as state agencies.
Okay.
That will work.
And then my other one for citizens, they are wondering what's going on with the Woodson School building over on Pine Street. I did let them know that the building was condemned. They just want to know how long it's going to be before it's tore down.
It's up to City Council. All we have to do now is allocate the funds to tear it down.
Yeah, we're gonna borrow them.
Okay. record. Well, can we get the administration to sort of give us a price on how much it's going to?
Yeah, we'll get a vendor to get a couple quotes, because it's gonna be major. Unless Tony Bailey wants to go over there with some sledgehammers.
Okay.
We can do it.
And last but not least, Shop Inkster.
All right. Okay, everybody, we're making pretty good time. Although I have one thing today. Those who didn't know, we had basketball with a cop last Tuesday.
Television coverage.
Good, great television coverage. Fox News came out. I think Channel 4 came out. Joel Jones was there. Mayor Pro Temp was playing basketball. Reverend Williams, actually on the court playing the kids. It was a great turnout. Michigan State Police came in large numbers. Our own police department, of course, was there. Our auxiliary was there. By the way, we beat the kids, just to let you know. We didn't take it easy on them. We beat the kids. 'Cause that's what we're supposed to do.
Now we're bullied.
We had a great time. It was a great look to see our community out. I mean, there was so many kids, hot dogs and ice cream and all type of stuff everywhere. It was a great feeling, great look for our community.
Paul played too.
Well, Paul was out there in his golf outfit. Paul played. He has no basketball outfit. So we had a great time. I'm glad everybody enjoyed the holiday. I hope you're all still eating leftovers from yesterday. Because I am. So you do. Oh yeah, police chief wants to address the ticket situation.
In reference to the ticket traffic issues and whatnot, we do want to let you know that when you do call, we do address it. And to show you that we address it, last month we got calls for August. And what we did was we put out a traffic control to some hot areas, and I'm sure some people may have saw. And we wrote an extra 369 tickets.
Wow.
In 30 days on complaints. So we do, I heard a comment like, they did. Well, we do as best we can as far as getting those places with the personnel we have. But it pays off because when they call us, we go to these sites and we move people around, and it shows like 369 more tickets than we did last.
Right. Well, I'm glad you shared the information because a lot of times people call and they don't see the result.
Right.
So they don't know if you're doing anything. But we do have a new e-ticket service now. It's all electronic inside the cars. So it cuts down on the time we spend when we pull someone over. So we can better respond when you call for other calls as well as write additional tickets. So we are moving forward from a technology standpoint.
Why is there so many cars driving around Inkster with no license plate and no stickers?
I've saw one car with no license plate.
They ride up and down the street. They don't have any license plates on the car. They don't have no sticker in the window or anything. They just ride and just ride.
Riding dirty.
Mr. Mayor, I got one thing. At the Episcopal News, I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who dunked me. I appreciated it. It was very fun and cool. So thank you. I look forward to it again next year.
Who did what?
That dunked me in the dunk tank at the Episcopal News.
What time did you get done?
Everybody stay safe. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. And it's football season, so be happy.
Motion for adjournment.
Support?
Can we get a motion for promotion?
Aye.
Dismiss everybody.